All right, so I feel a little bit compelled to share some additional galaxy stones with you. I felt like I did not do the West Coast a good service yesterday when I did my East Coast versus West Coast video. So let's take a look at some more galaxy stones. These are all West Coast stones, and we will cut these open and see what we can find. Lots of good stuff. I'll start with some of the smaller ones. It's a nice piece of jasper with some agates. That one I think is going to look nice. Here's one little peekaboo spots. So generally the amygdaloidal basalt that you can pick up on the West Coast, especially around Oceanside, Oregon, you can find a lot of this cool stuff, but I'm really looking forward to this one. Look at all this really cool green stuff going on. I have a feeling I probably need to slab this up today so we can see multiple views. And then this is the last one. So let's open these up and see what we find. All right, let's take a look at what we got. So this is the first small one. And yay! Look at that little edge part. If it wasn't so small, I'd try cutting it again because I think there would be some really interesting little pockets in this one. Just look at those little waves. It's really pretty. And here's the other side. Let's take a look at the next one. So another small one. See a little color here, and that spot would have been interesting to see kind of where that goes. So let's take a look. Nothing much. So just a little bit on the edges, nothing too exciting. Okay. Moving on up, next one. So I was actually really excited about this one because of all of the agates that you can see just here on the outside. I mean, check this out. This is getting polished no matter what because the outside is already incredibly cool. So I haven't seen inside yet for this one, but I know it's going to be a keeper, even if it's just the outside. Okay, so let's see what we got inside. Ooh, that's really nice. Oh, little mini galaxy stone. It's so nice. Check that out. I love the yellow. Look at that little eye. Oh, look at that. That looks like a whale. Oh my gosh. Do y'all see that? It's like a whale with water coming out of his spout. That's so freaking cool. Oh, that's so neat. This one's a pretty one. Oh, I love galaxy stones. Look at all the little planets. That's so cool. I love the little transparent ones where they're all shadowy. Because look, that's flat. But check out, it's like a clear chalcedony in these little pockets. And there's a little mini ghosty agate. So all these little agate pockets are so neat. Oh, there's another one of those waves. It's like a little black wave. Oh, this is so neat, y'all. I love this. Okay, I think this is one of my favorite ones, mainly because it's small. I mean, that's cool just because it's so little. And I can throw this, I think I could just probably throw it in a tumbler. See what happens. I don't know, I might want to not tumble it. Maybe just put some mineral oil on the outside and then polish the inside. That might be the play. Okay, moving on. Let's take a look at this green one. So the green one had what looked like to me some jasper here and definitely some quartz, some crystals there. And what I did first, so I cut this twice. I cut it in half. There's the inside. So I love this bottom part. It's just really pretty. I love the green and the little waves and I like those little channels. And then all these little crystals. I just thought that was really neat. So there's some cool stuff in here. Not as much as the last one for sure, but when I cut this one open, I did see the inside and I recognized that there might be more going on if I cut it again this way. So I had this and this, and I thought maybe I could cut into this side and see if we saw anything else. So let's take a look at this part. And here we go. So we have some little crystal pocket stuff going on up here, which I think is interesting. And if you get really close, you can kind of see a little eyes in there, which is pretty rad. Okay. Here. So not a ton of stuff going on in this one, but definitely interesting. All right, I'm going to show you two bigger ones. First, we have this brown one, which didn't have any indication of anything on the outside, but I wanted to check the inside and see what I could find. There was this that I thought maybe indicate some agate inside. So let's take a look. So I'll tell you that this one is very muddy and fractured. So I think that this maybe is just not a great host rock. So not anything interesting going on in here. I'm gonna toss it. I actually don't think it will polish. All right, and next up, this one. So this piece of basalt, and it's a magnoloidal for sure. There are lots of little pockets. So I had some high hopes for this one. Take a look at that. So you can kind of see these little crystal pockets and eyes on the outside. When I see that on the outside, it's a pretty good indicator that there's something interesting going on inside. So when you can kind of see all of these little pockets with agates already on the outside, then that means there might be some good stuff inside. The only thing with this one is that you don't really see much over here, right? So I wasn't sure. So let's take a look. There we go. So this one looked mostly like quartz pockets, which I think are pretty, they're just not colorful. So So lots of little, either kind of ghosty agate eyes, or you'll see kind of these little quartz pockets. And then every once in a while, you'll find that there's something interesting. Just kind of look through here. Let's see. Mostly quartz, so let's take a look at this side. So you have that fracture line going down. So there is a little bit of stuff going on up here in the corner. That's probably what, I'm guessing that's what I saw on the outside. This is kind of interesting. So not a ton going on, but that's my thing with galaxy stones, is to try to see what is interesting inside. If there's anything that I might want to take a picture of on my microscope. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the last one. This one is, it fractured. It fell apart. So I'm going to scoop this up and show it to you in pieces. So this one was the colorful one that I was probably most interested in this video. So let's take a look. I'm just going to pick them up. I'm not going to pick them up in order. So we'll just grab some pieces. So here's one. Beautiful color. I really love these shades of blue and brown. I think it's kind of just a color palette that I like. But nothing super agate going on in here. Take another piece. There's some neat stuff. Really pretty. Take a look at another piece. I believe this one was an outside piece. See the fractures, but you can see these really pretty little jasper pockets, and then every once in a while you'll find a little agate pocket. Okay, let's take a look at another piece. I was really sad that this one broke. Kind of broke in half until I started looking inside of it where it broke, which I thought was kind of interesting. So the other side. So again, not as impressive as some of the galaxy stones from the previous video. I think this is just so fractured. And again, I think that this host rock is just not as, it's not as, I don't know, strong, I guess, as the basalt. I don't know if anybody knows what this host rock is. It is a little bit softer than the basalt, which is this one. So you can kind of see, I love the brown. I think it's pretty. And I do have another galaxy stone that is in this host rock that did turn out really, really good, but these just don't seem to hold up to being cut as well. So I don't know. I don't actually know if this would polish. I don't know if this host rock would polish. But yeah, tell me in the comments if you know what this is. This looks like jasper, but it's not. So I also don't know what this is, or at least I don't think it is. I think it's too soft to be jasper. I think. I don't know. That's kind of waxy here, so maybe not. It may just be that it kind of came apart whenever I was cutting because of the rock that it was sitting in. So that is it for this video.